away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
Number 30.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. Here's 2nd and 8. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Rodgers. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They're going to look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught at the 25.
You know they pay me extra for this.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
7.
Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Packers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 39.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 6.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Complete to Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 41-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Vikings 14, Packers 7.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good for.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take it. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
6 yards.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. A give to Cook out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd and 14.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. The 20, the big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big... Fella, what a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point hopping good by Crosby. And the lead is now 21-14. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2nd and 13. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 11-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground, fighting him off. And some room to work. And how about that for just running out the clock? The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
First down pass. Intercepted.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
20-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Jones.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's taken down at the 7.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Adams has it complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Eric Hendricks.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tight end Herb Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Vikings.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here the 32. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Looking deep for Adams. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 13 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Complete.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand and relate.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 9 yards back on the run there. They're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.